So you can see in Simba, it's already starting to come up his spine, and Nelson has it in his legs and his hips, and they have strong movement. We don't need much stronger than that now. So both of you set your pelvis down. Now, look at Simba. Already it's starting that tension pull. So Simba, I want you to straighten your legs out and bring your chin into your chest. Actually come out of that. That's it. Now, bring yourself all the ways up into a sitting position, Simba. That's it. Bring your knees up. That's it. Your head between your legs. Go all the ways up. That's it. There you go, like that. So you just stay like that, Simba, for a minute. Now let's look at Nelson. He's got stuff coming up his spine too. He's wiggling all the ways to his neck. So Nelson, you can bring your knees all the ways up. You don't need more tremors than that. Turn your feet flat. That's it. Look at the amount of energy in that. So slide your legs, Nelson, all the ways onto the floor again. Because I need to slow down a little bit of the tremors in Nelson and Simba. They both have way too much movement going on. Try with Nelson. I want to bring the tremors down his legs a little bit more. What I want you to do is take your right knee and bend it slightly, Nelson. Bend your knee 1 inch and drop it. That's it, right there. Drop it. Do that 10 times. All right, so while he's doing that, let's look at Simba. Now, Simba, I want you to slide along the floor to your right side. So you're going to keep your hips where they are, but you're going to slide your shoulders over to the right. That's it, like that. And all I'm trying to do is move the spinal column. That's it. How is that, Simba?
Yeah, it's opening up a lot. I feel a lot of deeper breaths going on already.
So I'm trying to get the spinal column to move left to right rather than forwards to backwards until it can learn how to do both, just like that. There's the wiggle. That's what I was looking for. So I had him artificially twist his spine, and now his body is moving in that direction to loosen his spine. How does that feel?
Yeah, a lot more looser.
Okay, a lot more loose. Good. And let me look at Nelson. What happened, Nelson?
After about 5 or 6 lifts and drops of the right knee, that movement started happening down that leg by itself, and it really started.
Yes.
Yeah, and then and then the left knee started to.
Yeah.
Same thing as well.
Okay, so that's a perfect example. I had you artificially move your knee to try to get the tremor mechanism to go down there. See, your legs and your torso are trying to connect to each other here. You just have a ton of energy. But once your right leg released, then it started to talk to your left leg. And it started to release there. Because they're going to try to balance. How's it feel?
That's really nice. Yeah. That symmetry is, yeah, it's enjoyable.
So Simba, all I did was try to loosen your spine. And so I did that by moving it left and right, because the vertebrae can move forwards and backwards, left and right.
Mm.
Take your chin and bring it back into your chest again. When it pulls your head back, you pull it forward and then relax again. Oh, this is a better flow of energy, Simba.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that.
Much nicer. Doesn't have that same intensity to it. Okay, so now we're going to play with your neck a little bit. So I want you to turn your head very slowly to the left. That's it. And let the tremor mechanism do something with that. Good. Oh, look at that. That's a pulsating amoeba trying to come to life. And look, this is the opposite of the pulling forward that he was getting. Now it's arching his back, meaning the spinal column is trying to figure out how to work again. It's trying to soften itself. There it is. See that? There, it's trying to figure out how to loosen the spine. All right, Simba, you stay like that. I'm going to go back to Nelson, our buddy over here. Got tremors in his shoulders. Did that intervention do anything for you, Nelson?
It's like straight afterwards, it seems to, and kind of moving to the elbows and.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we can, is the left and right moving the same?
Similar, it seems to. Yeah.
Okay, so his left and right arm are pretty connected. They move down to the elbows. But Simba, how you doing?
It's moving down to the ankles now. Feeling good.
Yeah, look at your feet going. There you go. Oh, that's so beautiful. Do you see how it's distributed more? There's not an intense movement that's tight. And that movement with your feet is a front and back fascia pattern. It's going clear up to your neck.
Yeah, I can feel it too. It's like it's arching.
Yep.
Doing this.
Yep. So great. Just let that happen. Your body's figuring it out. Let's go back to Nelson here. How you doing there? Oh, okay. So his arms are moving a little bit more. Is that correct, Nelson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just not quite getting into the fingers though, but.
What I want you to do is point your toes towards your head. That's it. Hold that and just breathe with that. Point your toes away from you now. Point your toes towards you. And take a deep breath, Nelson. And then point your feet away from you. That's it. And then let your feet relax. Where's the movement now?
After the doing that with the feet, it was more in the lower body, but there was still a bit of movement.
Right now, you can see in Nelson, he's getting movement, but not tremors. Notice the difference. The body's moving right now. It's like a pulsating organism, but it's not tremoring. Oh, look at those hips move. That's beautiful. That's a nice release in your hips, Nelson. Do you get that often?
Yeah, there's so many different things happen, but yeah, sometimes it does become that more fluid.
Yeah, that's it. Let your body move like that. It's trying to figure out something. And we have just about 2 more minutes left here and we'll quit. How you doing, Simba?
I'm doing good.
That looks wonderful.
Yeah, it's more like along the neck and the sides of the body, all the way down to the ankles.
Perfect. Yeah, look at Nelson's hips. See, there's something going on there. Follow that, Nelson. That's beautiful. There you go. Get in there, big guy. That's perfect. Yeah, see, he has some major injury in the hip area, and his body's desperately trying to figure out how to stretch out of that. Oh, that's beautiful. Just keep your breath and let it move you. That's wonderful, Nelson. Look at Simba's pulsating again. Look at that movement. His spinal column released a lot of tension. There, and then it wiggles and it's beautiful. Okay, 1 more minute for you guys. I hate to say that, but we're going to have to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so both of you take a moment to sort of come out of this, calm yourself down a little bit. And then very gently, when you feel ready, and you can take your time, just roll to your side and come into a sitting position. Simba, do you have any questions or comments about what I did?
No, it felt very aligned. I don't think I had any questions about it. It really felt like trying to shift the pattern from going back and forth to side, open up the spine. And you mentioned there was a bit of a freeze going on when I was
Yeah.
bring my head back.
Yeah.
And I could really feel that as I brought it down. It was like it was almost trying to escape the tremors. And as soon as I brought it chin down, it started to disperse evenly throughout the body.
Hold on a second there. Nelson, what was that like for you? Do you have any questions or comments for me?
It was really, yeah, it's very nice, very enjoyable. I don't know. I guess I wonder, is there something you saw on the hips, or were you just working towards the toes and the feet, and that kind of just came about, that movement in the hips?
Yeah, I could see that you had so much movement from your waist up, not as much down the legs and into the feet. And so
Yeah.
I always find that if I start moving the tremors down the legs, that will reveal why they weren't down there in the first place. And that's often an injury in the hip or the knee or the ankle.
Yeah.
So when you got that movement down there, then I could see the right hip, although your hips were moving, the right hip was moving a little differently than the left. And just that little bit of difference told me there's something wrong there. All righty. Everybody applaud them. We learned a lot from them. Thank you both so very much.